What is up, beautiful people of the universe? It is a beautiful morning today, and I am talking and loving it. Today, I want to talk about how much I love freedom of speech. It is like in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, and I just enjoy it. Like, literally, I've been thinking about the subject a lot. Anyways, freedom of speech. It's awesome. It's the First Amendment in the Constitution of the United States, and the thing that made me fall in love with the First Amendment, freedom of speech, was when I was in middle school. I used to watch a lot of comedians and Comedy Central and a lot of stand-up, and a lot of comedians would just say whatever they wanted to. And then one comedian in particular, I remember, right now he probably does not have a really good reputation as a comedian, Carlos Mencia. I remember watching him when I was in middle school and seeing Mind Mencia and all that shit, and I saw his stand-up. And in one of his stand-ups, he says a lot of outrageous stuff and I guess offensive stuff. And during one of his stand-ups, he was talking about freedom of speech. And I remember the next day in school just not shutting up about anything and just like blabbering on and yada yada, and the teacher was like all upset, and I was like, Miss, I have my right to say whatever I want to say. It's freedom of speech. Like, I live in America, that's a right I have. And literally she just shut up. She told me to be quiet, but like when I said that, she's like, holy shit, this brown kid knows what he's talking about. So it was pretty cool, and that's one of the first times I knew I loved freedom of speech. I love the idea that I can say whatever I want to say in this country, no matter how offensive it is, because they're just words, and humans need that line of dialogue, that communication. Like, people say there's subjects that are too taboo to talk about, but that's bullshit. That's not true. We need to talk about those subjects in order to progress. That's why I think it's so weird that we live in this society of progression or whatever, but like, it's not progression. Like, literally, like, our vocabulary is like literally becoming lower and lower and lower. This system is literally creating a safe place for everybody. So that means no words, no anything. And to me, someone who loves freedom of speech is saying whatever the fuck I want to say. That's not cool. That's literally not cool. And not even to the fact that it's like I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. Like, literally, as a human race, that is not good. Like, this whole progressive movement, this whole politically correct horseshit, it's never gonna work. That is like, it's like disguised. It's just literally like, if you read 1984, it's literally like Newspeak. And Newspeak, all it is like the establishment trying to erase history by only letting people say a selective set of words. And that's what I feel like is happening in this country. Like, literally everywhere. Like, you can't say certain things because people fucking freak out. And maybe that's us as a society becoming more sensitive, but that sucks because life is tough. Like, you know, like, I understand the idea of being empathetic and understanding, but fuck, come on, like, this is life, yo. It's gonna be tough. If you feel like your group is gonna be attacked, everybody's group is being attacked. Like, all humans have it tough, dude. Some humans obviously have it way harder than other humans. But the thing about freedom of speech is we all can talk. You know, we can all talk about this, you know? We can't forget about that. Like, everything, you know? Like, since this whole thing has been going on, they've literally censored so many people. And that's literally the first step into communism and fascism and shit like that. And everyone is like letting it happen because they think it's for the greater good, but it's not. Literally, it's not, in my opinion. It's not gonna help out. It's not gonna do anything. We're just gonna create a society full of people who are afraid, not even afraid, who don't even know how to express themselves. Like, anything. Like, you can't even make jokes about anything anymore. Jokes, that's the whole point of a joke, to laugh. And I heard someone explain it like, how can we like grow as humans if we can't even laugh at ourselves? Like, that's, comedy is like a medicine, you know? Like, a lot of comedians are talking about this, how they can't say anything because of this PC woke culture, and that shit is just like fascism disguised, yo. Literally, it is. Like, I can see it. I don't know how nobody else can see it. Who knows? Maybe everyone's, again, too sensitive. Literally too sensitive. I was having a discussion about this with people. It's like, Scary Movie like 2. Have you guys ever seen it? Fucking, I don't know if it's hilarious. It probably didn't age too well, but at the time it came out was super fucking offensive and hilarious. But now, when you think about it, you can't make a movie like that now. Every time I see movies from that, I was like, dude, imagine if that came out now. That's what I always say. And then people are like, oh yeah, it wouldn't come out. And then I'm like, does that mean we have less freedom? We have less voice? People are too sensitive? And I've talked to people older than me too, and they feel like maybe it is that. They always say that the younger generation are too sensitive and they don't know how to handle their emotions or whatever shit like that. And who knows if that's true? I'm like, I could see it. I could see both sides, honestly. Because I understand that some people are like, no, we got to stop hate speech or whatever, but that's just like, again, that's like newspeak terminology. That's like, there's no such thing as like hate speech, I would say. It's all like an illusion to make us all shut the fuck up about anything. Literally. And that's why I love like freedom of speech, man. Like literally, it's just, it gives us the tool to talk to each other, to say whatever we want in our mind, to create stuff too. It applies to art, you know, like it creates the medium we want. No one can censor us in this country right now, you know, and that's awesome because we live in this country. Literally, like people think America is like this, the United States of America is like this horrible place or whatever. Like you guys feel like you're being suffocated, but like, dude, have you seen what's going on in the UK, Canada, Australia, France, China? Come on, like that's why people like. It's just weird. Like you guys are looking at things one-dimensional, and it's bigger than that. It's more complicated than that. That's the whole point about freedom of speech. It's not to, I guess, say whatever the fuck you want. It's to communicate, conversate, all of it. So freedom of speech, I love it. I think it's awesome. I think we all got to use it a little bit more to talk to each other, to say the things that are on our mind, and we got to stop censoring people, things, jokes, books, movies. That's literally like fascism in my brain. And literally everyone thought we were living under a fascist dictatorship the last 4 years. But that's fascism to me. Anyways, you guys, I hope you all have a beautiful day today. Spread that peace and love and think for yourself.